Hi everyone. People seem to like the new format of answering constituent questions last week, so we're going to continue that this week. So here we go. Thomas from Lost Creek wrote in and said he's experiencing a high volume of robocalls and it needs to stop. He's a disabled veteran and needs to pick up calls from family and medical facilities. I couldn't agree more how irritating robocalls are. We passed a bill with my leadership out of the Senate to end robocalls. We're now in the process of ironing out our differences between the House and the Senate. But I can tell you, number one, I think robocalls, not only are they an annoyance, they also, I think, as he said, can endanger your lifestyle, whether you're trying to pick up for a doctor or you're picking up and you're getting scammed. I mean, all of these, the numbers that come through are very close to numbers of family and friends. So we are going to stop the practice of robocalls. I'm with you. I've already led the charge here on the Senate. We're hoping to get this to the president as soon as possible. Meanwhile, the FCC is helping us with this, but we need to keep moving forward because I'm still getting them. And maybe not in the volume I was, but I'm still getting them. Ed from Wheeling wrote in and said, "Thank you for supporting the miners' pension bill. Please speak to President Trump about this." Well, I want to tell Ed and all the miners and their families that I have spoken to President Trump about this. He is committed to making sure that the pensions of our miners are not gravely impacted and that they will continue for our miners who have worked so hard through their years, paid into their pensions. I have a solution, a bill on the floor that I think will help with the pension, that I know will help solve the pension issue for our UMWA miners. And we have co-sponsors there. Senator Manchin's working on, we're working on this together. And I think we need all voices. I've talked with Senator McConnell. I've talked with President Trump. And I'm hopeful that we can get the permanent solution for this, for the pensions, and for the new miners that have faced bankruptcy, also for their health benefits. So, Ed, we're still working for you. Before I wrap up, this week's Constellium Ravenswood facility was awarded a $9.5 million grant from the Department of Defense. Well, that kind of reminded me that if you ever need assistance with a federal grant, my office is here for you. There's a lot of federal funding available to entities across West Virginia, and I want to make sure those entities know what's possible with federal assistance. If you think you could use federal grant assistance, contact my office. All of my contact information can be found on my website at www.capito.senate.gov, and don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Have a great weekend.